Hello all, hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I have a computer here I'm going to put back together. I'll show you this motherboard a little bit better in a minute, but what I need to do is disassemble this because I just temporarily put it in here. I'm sure it needs a new CMOS battery because this board's been in a box in storage in the closet for however long, but this is one of the first computers that I built for playing games or EverQuest. It's a Gigabyte motherboard, but what we're going to do here is this is a newer case. I'm going to remove these fans that's installed and change them. They're brand new, but I have a new set with a lighting kit. So this is a older vintage motherboard. So I have to go hunt the video card that was in it. It had an NVIDIA 8500, I think. I remember right. Got a couple of them. The fans were prone to failing on those after hours of running them. Hopefully you can see me. I'm just removing these fans. These are lighted, but they have the 4-pin connector. The ones that I have now have the light controller. Excuse me. That was the rear one. Try to get you in the shot here. I need to turn this around so I can hold the fans while I take the screws out. But you probably watched people build computers before on YouTube, or modify them, or change things about them, or put them back together. When you upgraded, or I did, I usually changed the motherboard and kept the case, or if I wanted a new case, as new things come out. The days of upgrading your computer, I mean, people still do it, but it's more like the enthusiasts. Most people just go to the store and buy what they want, or they do a custom build and order it on the internet from some website. If you want to watch like some of the professionals, Linus Tech Tips just did a $12,000 build and gave it away. Of course they're sponsored, but the video card in that was the 5090. I think the video card alone cost $8,000. Like mega money, mega fast, pretty new, or pretty much mostly the newest stuff. And the video card's got real gold on it, So I guess if anything else, when it finally dies, you could have a shelf queen, or you could sell it for the gold if you get desperate. Of course, I just dropped that fan. But we have all the 3 fans that came in the case out, and there's 3 more I have in the other room. They're wrapped up in their box, but I'm going to take the motherboard out. I think you should still be able to see that. I don't think I have the wrong screws holding it in, because I just used what was handy, but I never put any power to it. I have to go find the rear backing plate for the back of the case here. I have it somewhere. It's in the other room. I think that's where my video cards and stuff are. So I'm putting this stuff together as I move it, where it won't be in the kitchen. I have a couple of desks to order. I know I'm just talking about personal, what I need to do in my life, but trying to get a little more organized, because it's difficult to work on stuff and not have a space really to motherboard out. Alright, give you a little bit better look at this. It's dusty. This has a IDE to compact flash adapter. But I don't know how much RAM's in this. It's probably maxed. It's probably DDR 266 or 288, or it's old. It's the RAM. I think one slot. Now all three slots are taken. It has AGP, which is the green slot, and then the PCI, and well, floppy and hard disk controller for the old IDE type. So I'll show you this when I move the camera. I don't want to move it too much now, as I want to get the fans going, keep the camera angle right where it is for that. Show you me installing the fans. This is the kit I have. I bought a couple of these when I ordered ones for the other computer. I'll do videos on taking that all apart and cleaning it up. But here's these fans. They're all packaged up. Lay the screws over there. These have multiple connectors too. What I'll probably end up doing with these, honestly, is whichever connectors I end up using. The other ones I might just trim off, or have to stick them somewhere, I guess. But this has 6 fans, I guess. 3 in the front and 1 in the back and 2 up top. But it has a different connector, if you want to see those, for the fan controller. Try to get it in focus. But these should be directional too, so I need to look to see which way it points for the airflow. And they're shiny. Ooh. Satisfying. Let's see, which way do these go? I'd like to know if it's an inlet or an outlet direction here. Let's see if the paperwork says anything. Not really. I mean, it's pretty generic double check this. Most of them are the same. Alright. Going to dust this thing out since I have the motherboard out of it. I would normally blow them out and then wipe them down if they have dust in them. Like this has just been setting, so it's had the side cases off of it. So it's collected dust like everything else. I have to go through these wires. I have to go dig out the power supply too for this. Trying to figure out which way do I want to put the guess I could hide the fan controller back here, but it's lit. I don't know where I put the side panels to this. I think these ones are glass, I think. And I need more of these. I think I have enough of these standoffs. Let me look. So we got 2. I need 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. So I have to go hunt 3 of those. These little brass standoffs down here I'm pointing at that hold the motherboard away from the mounting case, because you have 3 holes across. You have 1 there, well, 2 on this one. So this one actually needs to move. Good thing I didn't turn it on. It was probably digging into the back of the motherboard. No, it didn't. Alright, so we're going to mount this. If I have to extend these power wires, I will. I mean, it's not that big a deal. So we'll stick this in here. We grabbed a screwdriver and a screw. See, I just didn't knock one of those down. And these are 120 or 140 millimeter fans. I'll double check here in a second. I mean, this isn't the most expensive case in the world, this one right here. It's we'll get this fan tight. You don't need to overdo it on these. I mean, you can break them. Next one. Need to go to the eye doctor too. Right. So there's one put in. We'll move on to the top ones here, all these wires. Grab another fan. So even if you don't know a lot about computers, some of this stuff you could do yourself if you just take your time, or, well, be careful. You can break stuff pretty easy, but when you're installing kits or customizing things, or, well, building a computer to do I want it that way or that way? So I can put it that way, I guess. Might end up changing the orientation or lengthening a wire depending on the where the fan controller fit. I guess you could have the smaller fans too. That looks like this has provisions for the 80 millimeter. I have some of those too. There's small by today's what do they say? Bigger's better. Not always, I guess, but Yes, I'm using a really old Craftsman screwdriver, tarnished. It's patina. Never rust, you know. Right, so we got that going that way. I need to get another fan. No better camera angle. You could probably see a little more, but you get the gist of it. So it'll get better, you know. Get camera set up for a wider view and an actual bench. Not have, you know, something upside down where you're looking at it that way as well. Of course, I messed up when I installed that fan. So I gotta take that one back out. I need to flip it the other way. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time seeing that screw. Clean my glasses off here. I don't like to use a drill on these fans because you'll break them. Looks like these can be slid a little. Wonder which way it would be better to have the lights. I know some of these are kind of directional in a way. One of those screws, is that what fell on the ground? Remove this so I can lift. I heard something fall a minute ago. I'll open one of the new packs. I'll find it. I'm not looking for it, I guess. For the sake of getting at least this much of it done and then going and getting the other parts I need. Turn this up so I can tighten these and double check where I want them, because you can slide them around a bit. So I could put a little space between them. Now obviously this old motherboard doesn't need that much cooling, but why not, right? Alright, so screws are tight in those. So the two upper fans, and then we have the one in the rear. There's three. So now we got to tackle these front ones here. So it'll hold these last three. So it looks like we need to put this center one in first. This middle one here. So turn this like this. We'll go ahead and open up more screws. Seems like you always drop one and the vacuum cleaner ends up getting a hold of it because you don't see it even though you look for it. Well, you'll hear it when that happens. How many people have broken a vacuum cleaner belt sucking up a Lego or a Barbie doll shoe or something, you know? Wonder how many moms sucked up one of those metal jacks back in the 70s. Of course, they had a Kirby, though. They'd probably just chew the jack up and keep on going, you know? Did I take the... I didn't take the shiny off the fan. I gotta do that. What am I doing? I'm messing up. You're supposed to tell me that, people. What are you doing? I know I could show you, but you hear it. Can I even get to those now? Oh, shoot. Well, this is the one you see. There's a sticker on the back side of this one that I missed. One on that one too, but you can't see those edges, so nobody will ever know. Just don't tell them I told you. Alright, so I guess these are gonna have to drop down through one of these holes. Well, that don't fit through the hole. Huh. Well, how is one to shoehorn this up in there? Where do they drop down through the front? See, there's holes on the case too. See this? You drop these right down in here. I think that's how they go. But they need to be this side, so this plastic piece, I believe, comes off. Make sure it doesn't have screws or something in it. Should just pull right off, maybe. Yeah. There we go. So we can get rid of all this for now. It's the front panel. So now I can get to these. So I probably should just set this aside for the minute here and mount them to this. It looks like I don't think there's going to be enough room. I mean, these will probably be alright, but this one, let's see, all these wires here. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Like this one can go there. Even this one, so how does that the only other thing would be to mount these on here. But it would certainly look better on the back side. Things that make no sense. Like that, you wouldn't put, well, I mean, they have holes for you to put it there, right? But you wouldn't put it there. You wouldn't be able to see it. Maybe you would. Maybe you would have a hole there. Because you can mount, looks like 3 screws on this. Maybe not. There's a... I guess I'll mount that one to the front cover. We'll just go with 4 fans instead of 6. That way, I don't know if there would be a slimline fan or not. It's possible. Some cases have, well, this case, like I said, came with fans. And some of them wasn't installed, so... And they're not thinner because they're the same as what was right there. So, anyway, we're going to mount this like this on the front cover. I was just looking at it to make sure the holes lined up, and they do. And it has holes for several fans, but because of this metal piece right here, it would hold the front. I guess I could cut it out. I don't know. Later mod for a later time, maybe. Set this here where you can kind of see what I'm doing. I like to hold the back side of the fan because you can cross thread these and snap these retainers off. I mean, they're pretty hardy, but I've broken things accidentally like that. I'm sure everybody that's done this has. The sad thing is some of these computers, unless you do a emulator, or they won't run on, they don't like to run and play well with certain types of hardware, like multi-threading CPUs. Like some of this stuff wasn't around when got that one. See, because of where this hole is right here, this big square, this fan will fit there. So just snap this back on and call it good. We got that one there. I'll have to look at the front. Maybe this is the holes. I don't think that's what holds that front cover on. I have to look at it. Of course, it's across the room where I can't get to it right now. Alright, so there's that. We'll grab the camera here. I have you plugged in because the battery was low. Yeah, the tripod reorganized here. But this is the case, the fans. The one in the front. So we have that. We have the magnetic controller that goes to it. So this can, you know, stick somewhere in there and plug all the fans into it. And then I got 2 fans still setting here. Get a better look at this motherboard here. I gotta take this cooler off and, like I said, redo the heatsink compound. But this is that K7 Triton. Try to get you out of the glare there. Yeah, it's right here. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Hunting parts. Probably do some videos of the other junk pile in the other room. So enjoy. Sweating a little. Have a good one.